Okay, we are live. We are starting. Okay, my name is Eric. This is my bourbon class. Today, we are going to talk about what if we were to write a book, right, on happiness, right? What would you include? What would be the important parts for you? And we're going to be critical about this. We're going to think hard about this too. It should be kind of fun. Again, the idea of the class, so you guys can practice your English, is expressing opinions, right? Expressing things you maybe have thought about before and now are able to do so. And we can debate too. We can debate some things. So great, we got some good students in here already. Let's see. Wolf, how are you today? Wolf, can you hear me? Okay, can you hear Wolf? Let's see. Nihan, how are you?
Hi Eric, I am Nihan from Turkey.
Okay, good. Nihan?
I'm doing great.
Good.
How about you?
Do you have two windows open? Do you have the Verbling page open and the Hangout open? I'm hearing an echo from you.
No, it's not me. I'm an experienced student. I didn't do that kind of things. I shut down the Verblink and came the Hangout.
Okay. Maybe it's someone else I'm hearing the echo from.
But I hear your voice twice. It's true.
Huh.
I think it's your microphone issues.
Do you have headphones on?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, it must be another student. I'm sorry to have accused you. So, good. Okay. Neon, tell me, why are you learning English? What do you do for a living?
I'm an accountant in my country, and I have to learn English because of we will have exhibitions, international exhibitions. So
Okay.
I want to practice my speaking skills.
Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. And do you enjoy being an accountant? I know my brother. He got his degree in accounting.
Nope. I don't. It's a very boring job. Maybe if I can improve my English, maybe I can improve my career too.
Okay. Well, I think that's an excellent goal. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, good. It's good to have you. Let's see.
Thank you.
We'll go on. Let's see. We've got Minnie. Minnie, how are you today, Minnie? Minnie, can you hear me?
Hello.
There you go. It's good to see you again. How are you?
I am fine. Good to see you again too.
Yeah. What's the good news?
Good news. They custody finally Boston bombing because I live next to Boston, and I have been watching this news for 4 days now. Everything is calmed down and everybody is relaxed, relieved, and that is good news in this area.
That was intense. That was really intense to watch on the news. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, how close were you to the area?
In Boston, it's for 2 hours.
2 hours. Okay. So fairly close.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, good. Yeah, and Minnie, I'm sorry. I haven't been doing as many classes lately. I've had another workload that I'm trying to get a hold of, and then I'm going to start doing some more. I want to start doing some beginner classes too for Verbling, and I haven't done that. But I promise I'm going to start doing more for Verbling here soon. So.
Yes. That's good for us.
Well, good. It's good to see you again, for sure. Let's see. Then we've got Mady.
Hey.
How are you today?
I'm fine. How about you?
Good. Can't complain. It's a good day. What's the good news over in your corner of the world?
Sorry, what?
What is the good news?
The good news?
What's good in your
No.
life? What's good in your life?
Okay, my birthday is tomorrow.
Hey, that's good news. How old will you be?
Um, um, 17.
Okay, well, perfect, perfect. That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, good. Okay, Mehdi, it's good to have you here. Let's see.
Thank you.
Then we have got. Let's go back to Wolf. Wolf, how are you today?
Fine, Eric. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. It's good to see you again, Wolf. Is it still Groundhog Day?
Yeah, like always.
Like always, nothing new. Same as always. Good. How was
Sorry to disappoint you.
No, nope. There's no disappointment. Groundhog Day is actually one of my favorite movies. So maybe it's my favorite movie because I like things to be the same all the time. Don't know.
Yeah, but I can say the movie. This movie is very colorful, but my life is not really as colorful.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe that's not that good. Well, that's good. Wolf, it's great to see you. I'm glad you came in.
Me too. It's a
Okay.
pleasure to be here.
Okay, good. All right. Now let's see. We've got Ice Wings Fang. Ice Wings, how are you?
Hello.
Good. Ice Wings. Where are you from?
Oh, China.
China. Excellent.
Yeah. I come here the first time.
Okay. So, tell me, what time is it over in China?
9 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, 9 in the morning. So starting the morning off with verbling. There you go.
Yes. My good news is in China, I left the city Shenzhen.
Mhm.
It is raining for several days,
Uh-oh.
and it become sunny today. I feel very happy. Yeah.
That is good. That's good. It's actually same place where I'm from. It's been raining for not as much, but it's the past 2 days it's been raining, and today started to get a little more sunny. So the sun's
Yes.
out now. So that's it.
Yes. Sorry, my English speak level is just a beginner. So I came here to improve my English speaking level. Yeah.
No, I think that's a great goal. That's a great goal. Well, it's good to have you, Ice Wings. That's for sure. Okay, let's see. Then we've got Arthur. Arthur, how are you?
Hey, hello, I'm fine. How are you?
Good, Arthur. Where are you from?
I'm from Armenia, but currently I live in the United States.
Oh, good. Where in the United States?
I'm in LA.
In LA. Oh, nice, nice. How is the weather over there in LA?
Oh, it's cool. It's warm. Not
Okay.
cold, not hot.
Okay. And why are you in LA? What are you doing there?
I'm just trying to build my life here.
Perfect, perfect. What do you do for work?
I'm a jeweler.
A jeweler. Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Okay, so do you work in like a like what are they called?
No, I'm just a diamond setter. I am setting diamonds on a gold.
Oh, perfect. That's cool. That's cool. That'd be kind of fun. That'd be interesting for sure. Right?
Yeah.
How long have you done that?
I just learned here. I'm doing this about 1 year, but I'm already bored.
You're already bored. Oh no. So maybe it's not that interesting.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's a very tiny job.
Well, I'm sure because you're working with. Is it very repetitive? Do you do the same thing again and again?
Yeah,
Okay.
not just same thing, but it's very close to it.
Okay. Okay. Well, that makes sense. Well, good. Well, Arthur, it's good to have you. Let's see. And then we have got Antonio. Antonio, how are you?
Hi, Eric. Fine. How are you?
I'm great. Antonio, what's the good news today?
Uh, Here it's always the same, and I don't know. This country is complicated. There is no so much good news
Okay. How
in
about
the news.
okay? How about in your life? What's the good news in your life?
everything normal, everything regular.
Okay.
Today we went to the park. This it was a nice weather,
Rained for several days, and
so
Okay. Good. That's nice. Going to the park. Do you live close to a park?
it became
sorry.
sunny.
Do you live close to the park?
Uh, yes, more or less. You have to drive a little, but it's near. Yes.
Okay. Good. That's good. Well, good. Antonio, it's good to have you. Let's
Thank
see.
you.
And then we've got Tesla. Tesla, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Perfect. Tesla, where are you from?
Honduras.
Honduras. Okay, Tesla, have you been in my class before?
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. Okay, I knew I had you before. Well, good, good. Tesla, what is the good news in your life today?
Um, Not much. It's been a really difficult week. So,
How come?
exams.
Exams. Oh, okay. What are you studying?
I'm in the last year of high school.
Okay. Okay. So it would be. Are they the state exams? Is that what they are?
No, no. It's a different system here. We graduate until October.
Okay.
So we had different exams.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, interesting.
Yeah.
So, but you're finishing them up?
No, actually, it's like exams every week.
Okay. Well, that's that's not fun. That's for sure. Exams that's got to be stressful, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, good. Well, Tez, I'm glad you're here. Let's see. We've also got Talita. Talita, how are you?
Hi, fine, and you?
I'm great. It's a good day. It's a good day. Where are you from, Talita?
I'm from Brazil,
Oh, good. Brazil. Isso. Where? What state?
Rio de Janeiro.
Okay, very nice, very nice. I used to live in Curitiba, so I love Brazil. Can't go wrong with that.
Você sabe falar português?
Sei, eu falo.
Great!
Yeah.
So if I have a doubt, I will ask you in Portuguese.
Yes. You can Portuguese. Hopefully you won't have any doubts. Hopefully you can ask in English, but if you need to.
Okay.
Okay, good. All right, let's see. Did I get muted? Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, it just came up there and says sounds like you're typing, so we muted your mic. But I guess you can hear me now. That's good. Okay, good. So, all right, you guys, welcome everyone. Today's plan, right, is we're going to talk about what if we were to write a book? Let's say we're all writing a book together, okay? And we're going to write a book on happiness, right? So you guys all know what self-help books are, right? Sometimes they're big, and sometimes people don't always agree with self-help books. Sometimes they can be kind of pseudo-scientific, meaning that they're not really helpful at all, right? And sometimes they can be very helpful to some people, right? So what I wanted to talk about today is, let's say that all of us, we're all writing a book together about happiness, right? About how you're supposed to be happy. That's what I want to talk about today. So you guys will be able to express your opinions in English, right? And what we can do is we can debate this too, right? Because there may be several different ways that we can think about this. So for example, if I was to say, I think one of the best ways to be happy, is to be in a relationship, to get married. Married is very good for your happiness, right? And then you might say, well, maybe not always, right? There are maybe Buddhist monks or Catholic monks, right, that don't ever get married. They're very happy and they never got married, right? So again, we're going to try and discuss what it is to be happy and how we want to be happy. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is let's talk about this first. Okay, before we even get anywhere, what is a good way to be miserable? What do we need to do if we want to be sad and miserable?
Listening to sad music.
What's that? Listen to sad music. Okay, that would make us sad. All right. What else would make us sad and miserable?
Think
Go
about.
K-pop.
Okay, we'll go Talita first, and then we'll go Nihan. Nina. Yeah.
What's the question?
Yes. Okay. So if I was to give you advice on how to be sad and miserable,
Okay.
yes.
Think about bad things.
Think about bad things like what?
Um, Something goes wrong in your life and about it again and again and again. So,
Like a breakup.
Okay. Yeah. So think about the negative things in your life again and again.
yes.
Okay. Good. All right. And then Nihan, you were going to say something?
Yes, it depends on what the sadness cause. If you break up a woman, you can go to pub, you can cry, you can talk to your friends. But if the situation is if the situation is harder, maybe you lost a person in your family. It's hard to give advice. Life goes on, but it's hard to advise something, that kind of issues.
Right. Yeah. So again, you could stay stuck. That would be a good way to be miserable, and then getting past things. That would be good.
I have one funny advice for get bad.
Okay.
You should drink a lot of alcohol and remember your mother-in-law.
I said it. Go to pub.
Okay, good. Drink a lot and think of your mother-in-law. That's good. Okay, Minnie's got some good ones there. Here's some bad news, bad weather, being cheated on for your best friend. Yeah, that would ruin your day. Minnie, you were gonna say something?
Yes, poverty. Being poverty.
Being what?
Poverty.
Oh, being in poverty. Yeah, so maybe being poor would not help your happiness. It'd make you miserable. Okay.
Thinking in mother in love, it works even without alcohol.
Okay, right. Thinking about your mother-in-law even without alcohol. Right. Good.
I think can do some exercise so that you can forget it. Do some exercise sports, such as basketball, football.
Right.
Yeah.
That would make us happier. The question right now, though, is what would make us sad? What would make us miserable? So I want to talk about that first.
Oh, I know. Yeah. I understand how to get rid of sad.
Right.
Yeah,
So
okay.
we're talking about first how to become miserable, right? So yeah. So
okay.
yeah. So here's another way we can think about it. Think about the saddest person that you know, right? The most depressing person that you know. What are some things that person does that makes them so sad and depressing?
I think, Eric, that when you don't have all your needs or some of them, you don't have this need. How do you say cover?
Okay. So if you don't have your needs satisfied.
Right, satisfied.
No, yeah, that's a good point. Anything specific, Antonio?
Yes, for example, money, love, or all the things that usually the people needs.
No, again, that's a good point. Yeah, because I think sometimes we have a need to be loved and to love, and if we don't have that, that can make us quite miserable and sad. Good.
Yes.
Okay.
Or
Okay.
something like take very expensive car for lease, and every end of the month you will be sad.
Right. Okay, good. So now we've talked about that. Oh, Wolf, you were gonna say something?
Yeah, but I think it depends on the circumstances because we are talking about miserable Trump. He's a miserable person. But if you lost your son, your mother, your father, you're gonna be miserable. It's really affect your life. It's turn life is really nightmare. I think it is real miserable because I don't believe people can't make themselves unhappy. The circumstances make people unhappy. That's my point.
Yes, circumstances definitely can play into it. Our
Because,
environment. Yeah.
for instance, you have sick children or sick cats, you don't have any health insurance, and your wage couldn't allow you to buy expensive medicine, but your kids really needs this medicine. Yeah, it's really is miserable. It turns to people. It's really make them miserable. I mean,
No, that's a good point there, Wolf. Because I guess you could feel helpless, right? You can't do anything.
Desperate.
Yeah, desperate. Yeah, that's a terrible feeling. That's a very terrible feeling. Okay, good.
Because
good.
I mean,
Again.
this feeling is not in your hands.
Right.
Again, is a need that you felt down. For example, when you lost your family, or it's a need that fell out the ground in this moment. So I think it's always a need you don't have in this moment. This make the people miserable. How do you say?
Miserable.
Miserable. Yes.
Yeah. No, good. Okay, so we talked about that. Let's get into the happiness. So let's flip this around here. So I want you guys to think about some of the people in your life that are the happiest people that you know, right? Think about maybe the happiest person that you know in your life. What makes them so happy? Do you guys know? And what would you say makes that person happy? Even if it's you, if you're the happiest person that you know, what makes you so happy?
I think it's subjective because this need is that I talked before is different in every person.
Right.
So some people don't need so much money, for example, or don't need another people around here around them or support like others. So the need is different. The important, I think, is that you are happy with your contest.
Okay, that's good. That's good, Tori. So again, people are different. That's for sure, right? And I guess my question though is the people that are different. Can they change, right? So maybe if I'm someone that has a lot of needs and that makes it very hard for me to be happy, can I change myself so that I have less needs, or can I change myself so I can become a happier person?
I think.
Okay,
Sorry.
we'll go to Talita
Go
and then
ahead.
Mimi.
No, go ahead.
I think it depends of how old you are. If you are getting older, your what is
Perspective.
perspective, or your what do you want is going down, and you are not more competitive than when you are young, and you have enough things to become a happy easily than when you are young. When you graduated university, you want to find a good job, good career, good relationship, blah blah. Everything is perfect and good. But when you are getting older, your perspective is very similar, very calm, and what you have, you are be happy. You don't need more.
Okay, that's interesting, maybe. So when we get older, maybe we already have things because it took a while, and we have lower expectations. So
Is that not? I think not about low expectation, because I think it's happiness. It's temporary, but I mean, for example, life events changing happiness. For instance, let me give you an example: the people getting married, but after 10 years, people really get bored and got divorced. I mean, for instance, university exams, because some students really died to pass their exams, but maybe 10 years and 15 years later, this happiness is finished. I mean, it's a human nature really get bored easily. You have to change things. We have to keep the change things. I mean, take a different hobby. I mean, because it's, it's every human, I think, is easily get bored to things. Like what, for instance, let me ask you a question. What is the best thing happened to you, and how much changed your life? How much changed your happiness, not life? Yeah.
what was the best thing that happened to me?
Yeah. I mean, what is the best thing happened to you, and how much changed your happiness?
I would say that's. I would take too long talking about it.
Actually,
but you are gonna bore and talk to if you keep talking and talking and talking. I mean, 2 months, 20 years, you're gonna bored.
Right, and I do understand. I do understand where you're getting at, Wolf. Yeah, because again, there are things that can make us happy that eventually we grow tired of. So, for example, I have some music that I really, really love, but I know if I keep listening to it again and again and again, I won't like it anymore. It won't have the same effect. Yeah.
Exactly about why I said about life events changing happiness, because marriage ceremony is really holds important place in people's lives. But why a lot of people not really happy after 10 years? They got divorced because they bored. I mean,
Right. So, okay, if that's the case, though, I mean, if we want to say, okay, if I'm writing a book on how we should be happy, what we need to be happy, do I need to include in that book and say, always try new things because you're going to get bored, right? Is that part of the key to happiness, is trying new things, doing new things?
What is the purpose of writing book? But you want to be happy, but if you write a book, in the end, you really receive good income. I mean, your book is sellouts, you're going to be happy. Right. But maybe your book is crap.
Well, I know, but I mean, like, going back to the lesson, Wolf, right? So if, again, we're trying to give advice to people on how to be happy, right? And you're saying one of the obstacles, right, to happiness is things change, right? And then we grow tired of things. Then would say the way to be happy is to keep trying or keep doing new things so we never get bored. Does that make sense, what I was saying?
I think meeting new people helped a lot.
Okay, so meeting new people.
Yes.
Choose the right job.
Okay, let's go Talita and then Nina. Sorry, I keep messing up your name. Nihan, there we go. Okay. Forgive me. Okay, Talita and then Nihan.
I think I forgot what I'm going to say. I just forgot.
Okay.
Niha, you can speak now. I just forgot.
Okay.
And I think choosing the right job is very important because all of our times, all of our hours gets in the job. When you are not happy in your works, when you feel sad in the work, I think it's very important. It affects all of your special hours because, for example, I lose nearly 10 hours a day in the job. When I'm happy in the job, I get home or I meet my friends, and my happiness is continuous. But that sorry.
No, I think that's excellent. That's excellent because again, if we talk about your week, if you're spending, let's say, 40 hours a week in a job that you don't like, that's not a good way to have a happy life, right? So,
Yes.
how would you say? What advice would you give again if you're writing a book on how to find a job that you love? What do you need to do?
I said at the first, choose the right job. It doesn't matter what it is, but you have to choose the right one.
And so, how would you know which one's the right one?
Everybody knows individually the right jobs. Maybe you are a housekeeper and you are very happy, but maybe you're a CAO but you are not happy. You can change your life. It's not so difficult, I think. Life is very easy, actually.
Okay. Do you think it makes a difference if someone's in poverty or not? Right? If someone can't afford to quit their job to get something else.
Yes, it's kind of if you have much responsibilities, you couldn't change your job immediately.
Okay.
That's the problem.
So what advice could we give to people that can't change their jobs?
Sorry, some noise I heard.
Try to think of the good side of something, I mean, if you having problem in your job or in your life, try to think, how can I do to better this situation? You can understand?
Okay, yeah. So again, you're trying to look on the bright side of things, and you're trying to look for opportunities to make things better. Okay.
Yes.
Me, can I?
Okay, good. All right. Any other thoughts?
Me.
I think. Sorry. Oh.
Go ahead, Antonio.
I think that it's important not to take the life so seriously. So you have to see your job in a different perspective. Yeah. It's difficult, but you have to try to think your job or your life that bother you, like it wasn't you. Okay, I think it's important not to take so seriously the life, because important is other things, family, or
Enjoy it.
Okay, yeah, no, I think that's good advice. Yeah, so stop taking life so seriously, right?
But can I give advice?
Yeah, let's hear it, Wolf.
Yeah, in my opinion, first of all, in the market, the self-help books is 90% of self-help book is not really give is a true advice, because 90% of support the system, because just 10% of them against the system. I think that's a problem. The system, you have to change the system if you want to happen. Let me give you an example. millions of men and children around the world are forced to lead their lives as slaves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, although this explanation is not called slavery, the condition, but is the same. I mean, the people call this modern slavery.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, if you want to happy, you have to stop the modern slavery. Okay, a lot of people wants to choose their job, but why, on the other hand, a lot of people forced to work against their will? Because it's not the kind of choice. People forced because their countries or their economic circumstances forced these people work like a slave. They work around uh, 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 all year. Just they receive they receive just basic food and shelters as a payment for their work, but never pay off. These people never pay off their credit, their loan. That's the
Right.
problem. Yeah, I mean, if unrelated to modern slavery, you will people make happy easily, because look at around the world. I mean, developed countries exploit the third world for their corporation interests. I mean, it's really it's shameful, because look at for example, do you know how is minimum wage is works around the world? Is look at the developed countries in minimum wage, and look at the really poor countries the minimum wage. Some countries minimum wage around $100. how how gonna expect these people be
Right.
happy
No,
just reading the book?
I agree that if we have a really good social critique as part of the book, right, on how to be happy, that would be something very important, because again, we might ask that question: is the current economic system something that helps us to be happy? And I would agree with you, because I think on one hand you're right. It brings a lot of people, or there is the poverty that comes with it,
Yeah.
right? And
I
then
just
even on the other side too, we could say, you know, what capitalism does sometimes is it helps our minor needs. So maybe going
Yeah.
back to what Antonio said about our mate, we have needs that we need to be happy, but capitalism only can cover our minor needs, right? So again,
Yeah, but
I don't need an iPad, but I'm told I need an iPad, so I go out and buy an iPad. An iPad maybe makes me happy for a little bit, but then it loses its value.
But Eric, just I want to say I'm not against. I don't like the capitalism, but I'm not totally 100% against capitalism. I think the main problem is democracy. How is your democracy manage well the economy?
Mhm.
If your democracy manage the economy, it means everybody equal in front of the laws. But if your economy manage the democracy, it's really is going to be problem. You can't make happy the people, because it means people not equal.
Right, but I guess too, and then I think to argue against you though on the same hand, because I do agree with that though. There are people that can be happy in poverty, right? There are people that can be happy even in slavery, right? There are those that have the mental fortitude to do that, right? So
Yeah.
how
Can I
would we,
please?
please go ahead.
I think having a good time while making parties, for example, helps to look life with another way, and then maybe we can be happy first mentally, because meeting people is a good thing, and also play sports. It's help because we play in a group, so we are obligated to share our lifetimes, and it feels good.
Okay, so playing sports, maybe being active would be good. Okay. Um, what about people that can't play sports?
Meeting people,
What's that? Meeting people.
meeting
Okay.
and yes,
Okay, yeah, meeting new people can help with happiness. Okay.
On a
All right, you
pet,
guys.
you can be happy.
I'm sorry, what, Minnie?
If you have a pet, you will be happy, or you can be happy. Owning pet.
Yes.
If you have a pact, I didn't
Yeah.
understand that. A pet. Okay, a pet. Okay.
Yes, I agree.
Okay. Why?
If you now I'm compared in my country and America, we don't like pet in Turkey. We
Okay.
like pet, but it's not like American. American crazy about their pets. They have everything about pet, hotel, clothes, food, organic food, normal food, vitamin, and everything. And they spend time with them enormously. They have to go 3 times to out week walk with them, and they enjoy their pets, and
Mm-hmm.
you can see on their face how happy they are. That is
Mm-hmm.
the reason owning pet is a good way to become a happy. This is my opinion.
Yes,
Okay.
and I agree.
Okay. Why? Why do you agree, Talita?
Oh, I have 4 cats, and I don't know when I spend during the day alone,
Mm-hmm.
and they they make me very happy. How can I say? Uh, can I say something in Portuguese?
Sure. Sure.
How can I say companhia?
They just give you companionship, or they?
Yes,
Yeah.
companionship.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, and I can see that. Yeah, because they definitely can. Maybe going back to what Antonio said, we have needs, right? We have these needs to love and to be loved, right? Um, right.
Yeah,
And
and
so.
I think cats, even cats understand you. You know,
Mhm.
many I heard I listened to many people saying, "Oh, only dogs is the best friends of a man."
Mhm.
And I disagree with this. I have 4 cats, and they are my babies, and they understand me a lot when I am sad and I'm crying for some reason. They sit they sit next to me and look me with the biggest eyes.
Talita, can I ask
Yes.
you something? Does it affect your social life? Because the normal way is to communicate with the people. When you are sad or when you're happy, you have to communicate with the people to using the same language. The cats or the other pets couldn't use your own language, your own emotions. Is it affect your social communication?
Not at all. Not at all. I can speak with my friends too, but sometimes you won't be alone. You won't make sense with some everything that are happen around you. So you need to stay alone, and you
That
know
you say the pets or your cats share your loneliness.
no, I don't think this. It's just like you have pets. Do you have pets?
No, not in
Yeah.
my home.
Cat.
Yes. So
I have pets in my garden, but not in my home.
yeah, so if you were sad or something, do you even have you ever go to your garden and I don't know, play with your pets, with your dog, or
Yes.
As I
so
said,
it's just that.
they share your loneliness, maybe.
Okay. This
They
is
make
good.
you happy.
Right, and I think that's good. Yeah, the animals can be very good because I think even like Carlos is saying on the side there, right? They could be with you. They can feel what you feel. They can share those things with you. Again, if you're sad, sometimes pets will come up to you and try and comfort you in a way.
Yes,
Yeah.
make comfortable.
Right. Okay, so let me ask another question here. Is being alone being alone, is that important to to happiness in any way? Is it better not to be alone, or is it better to be alone sometimes for happiness?
Yes, sometimes
No,
it's
no, I
good
think
to
it's
be
not
alone.
better.
You know, you need your time.
Okay, so we need a little bit of time at the least, right, to be alone.
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay. Mady,
But
you were saying
sometimes it's
something?
not good. Yes, but sometimes it's not good to be alone because you start thinking about things that you're not sure to think about it. You should not think about it.
That's true. That's true. Because I think some people they could be alone, and I've been alone where you start thinking negative thoughts, and then it gets worse and it worse and worse and worse, and then it's just better to not even be with yourself, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And Edgemore's saying that he loves to be alone. Yeah, and I think that definitely for some people, being alone is very healthy for them. It helps them, I think, re-energize themselves, and I think other people maybe need other people to re-energize too.
Yes, with friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think both it's important. Be alone and stay with your friends.
Hmm.
It's really important.
Okay. So we kind of need a balance there.
Yes, you need stay alone because you need breathe, you
Hmm.
know.
You can stay alone, but not too longer.
Yes, not too longer.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah. So to be alone, but not too long. Yeah, not too long.
not
Okay.
too long.
Okay. Good. All right, guys. What else? If you were going to give advice to someone on how to be happy, what would you say is important?
Trust
Doing,
themselves.
Trust
yeah,
themselves. Okay. How so? Why?
Because many problems come when you just feel insecure about yourself, your decisions, your life. So you just have to trust yourself, and no matter what happens, it's going to be okay if you think before acting.
Okay. So maybe a certain level of confidence, right? Believing in yourself. Yeah, Nihan, the self-confidence. Yeah, that's important. Um, is there such thing as too much though? Can you trust yourself too much?
Um,
No,
I don't know. Well, maybe in some cases, maybe yes, they do trust a lot.
Okay,
But it's okay to have a balance. I
that's
mean,
okay.
sometimes we need others' opinions.
That's true. That's true. Okay, because you don't want to trust yourself above other people that maybe know things more than you, right?
I think also that it's important for being happy to sing.
To think
To sing or
or
doing an art
to
thing.
sing. Okay, to sing. Yeah,
Or doing an art thing like how we say it, to draw,
to
for
draw.
example.
Okay, okay. So maybe we could say being creative is
Yes,
important. Okay,
yes, it's important.
okay. Does everyone agree with that? Do you think being creative is important to being happy?
Hmm. I don't think it's something needly. It's it's good, of course, when you are creative, the and you make other things with art or whatever.
Hmm.
Your mind is living in another world,
Hmm.
so you are you are happy in this moment, like the pet they told before.
Hmm.
When you are with your pet, you hang or you hang out with your pet or whatever. You are in another world for a minute or so. It's good, but it's not needly, I think, to be creative because not all the people is creative. Um, they can be happy anyway.
Okay, yeah. So this is interesting. And again, maybe I'm wrong here, but you guys can disagree with me. But would you say that would being creative have something to do with being confident, trusting yourself, right? if you have self-esteem, right? If you're creative, it can help you have good self-esteem. But you don't need to be creative to have good self-esteem. There are other things you could do to feel good about yourself, right?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I could definitely see how creativity could be very important too, right? Just like Antonio was saying with the pets, it puts you in a different state. You know, it puts you outside of the world and allows you to relax and enjoy. All right. Any other thoughts, you guys?
I think it's important to don't think somebody in the group told this, and I think it's important that you don't have to think repeatedly, you know,
Repetitively.
repeatedly, yes, in bad things. Some people tends to create a feedback in his mind
Right.
with a bad experience, and it's bad, of course, to be happy.
Okay. So, do you
That
think,
is
Wolf? Go ahead, Wolf.
creating something, but depends on what you create. It's important. I mean, you can create something make you very happy, but really make unhappy other people.
I guess that's
You can't do this because, I mean, let me give you an example. Let me remind you, for instance, look at some strategies, the war strategies. They are really creative, but when people carry out these strategies, in the end, people will killed.
right. No, that's a good point there, Wolf. Yeah. So I could be creative in my war strategies. I could even be creative in creating different types of weapons or different types of torture devices, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And that's not going to help anyone be happy. I mean, maybe if I enjoy torturing other people, but I don't know. I don't know if people that torture people can really truly be happy, but maybe they can.
I don't think so.
They
Yeah.
don't
Somehow
want
they
to be
feel
happy.
they have to feel something
Hmm.
deep down in their hearts that they don't even feel like they belong to society, so that's why they hate and everything. I mean, I don't know exactly, but maybe they do feel that. I think it's important to help others to be happy.
But I think it's relative
Okay. How
to be
so?
Yeah.
happy or to be sad. As Eric said, to torturing somebody can be cause happiness to a psycho. You can't
It
know.
it doesn't have to be happiness. I mean, it can give them just pleasure, but pleasure doesn't give entire happiness.
It's the same pleasure, happiness. It's a
No.
kind of same
Well,
thing, I think. As I think, I want to say, ignorance is more happy persons because when you know a lot, you became a little bit sad person because you think a lot and a lot. It's not about poor or rich persons. I think it's about knowing something that's the common expression I know. Ignorance is bliss.
Hmm. Okay, Nihan, I think you brought up two really good points, and I want to talk about them if you can, because I think those are really good. So, what do the rest of you guys think? Is there a difference between pleasure and
Okay.
happiness?
I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah, there is like the difference.
Sometimes people cry and they don't feel like pleasure crying, but they do feel happy. Sometimes when you cry of happiness.
Okay.
I think happiness is a common word. It includes pleasure, it includes enjoy, exciting, all of things we can call happiness. We cannot separate one thing to other. This is happy, this is not. When you feel enjoy, you can say, I'm very happy. Or when you pleasure some kind of behavior, you can say I'm happy too. It's a common word, I think.
Okay, yeah, and I think it might be hard to divide the two, right? Because again, when you feel happy, you feel pleasure in a sense.
You can,
but
you
maybe,
can,
but maybe
Yes, but
we could think of. Okay, so maybe an example here. If I'm working out, right, or if I'm exercising really hard, I don't feel good. It hurts to do that, but maybe I feel happy doing that.
Yeah, true.
I think
Go ahead, Antonio.
I think happy always make you make you pleasure, but the pleasure not always you obtain when you are happy. For
Make you
example,
happy, yes.
you can be sad in your work, in your life, and I don't know, you get in your home and you put the music, or you play with the PlayStation, and you are happy, and you obtain pleasure, and you are very happy in this moment, but your life is not happiness, and you know that
because it's temporary.
this moment is only the moment you have to pleasure, not to happiness.
Yes.
No, that's a good example. Yeah, because again, there are people that maybe they try and drown their life in pleasure because their life is unhappy, right? So
Yeah,
maybe,
yeah.
it's interesting, interesting. Wolf, you were going to say something?
I mean, these two terms is related to each other because, in my opinion, pleasure is really temporary. Yeah, because like uh, imagine yourself, you drink a bottle of whiskey, you are really happy, but in the next morning you got a hangover. Your happen. I mean, it's a pleasure. It's finished. But it's your pleasure makes other people unhappy. Look at imagine a situation. If someone find out his wife cheating himself,
Cheating on him. So his wife is cheating on him.
it makes the person is unhappy. The reason is a pleasure. Reason is a satisfaction. It's really temporary, but it makes other people's whole life is a turn to the nightmare. Did you make myself clear?
Yes, yes, yeah. Again, maybe you're trying to be or enjoying pleasures can hurt other people, and that's not good. Yeah, but and again, I think we could go back to Nihon, and there's definitely ways that we could say that it depends on the pleasure. Some pleasure, how we want to define it, is true happiness. You know what I mean? I think there's the pleasure of being in love, which I think is a good. Okay, Edgemar, I will. Which really could be good happiness. Okay, let's see. So, you guys, we've got 3 more minutes. And again, Nihon, thank you for some good topics here. I want to talk about that other one she said there. Is ignorance bliss? Is there something about knowledge and happiness that are important? Is it better not to know, or is it better to know?
Yes. I totally agree to knowing less things makes you more happy, because when you think or when you educate, when you learn, when you know a lot of things, your brain becomes very complicated, and it makes you a little bit sad.
Okay.
No, sorry, but if you think,
go ahead.
if you're gonna think, I mean, you can't have the luxury to ignorance, because you can take a precaution. If you take a precaution, you can prevent the bad things in the future. If you couldn't, imagine, is an earthquake is really bad, but if you take a precaution, maybe you can survive. But if you couldn't take a precaution, you're gonna die.
Okay, yeah, so I guess there could be some knowledge of prevention that would be important to be happy. And even you could say the knowledge of being happy is a good type of knowledge, right? To know how to accomplish that.
I mean, if you know more, sometimes you can prevent the bad things.
That's true. And I think maybe there's a certain type of knowledge too, right? So again, there's some stuff that maybe I don't want to know, you know. There's sad things that happen all over the world, and even though I would like to help, it's better not to know some of those things because it just would make me sadder, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But on the other hand, I think that maybe, maybe there's a point where you know enough that makes you sad, and then you know a little more, and then suddenly you're happier again because now maybe you don't know how to deal with this stuff, and then you know more, and now you know how to deal with the stuff. So maybe we could say that.
Not all the time.
Not all the time?
No.
So.
For example, maybe you know a lot of things about the global warming, but you don't know the solution. And that is the reason you cannot be happy about this issue or this problem, you know?
Right. And I suppose maybe you're right, because maybe you could even come up with a solution. Maybe you know enough to have a solution, but you don't have people agreeing with you about how to solve it.
But it depends on circumstances. If you know the global crisis before they happen, for instance, 2008, but if you know this happened, you can you can save your money on you take a precaution. It means it's good. You can, kind of solution.
But this is not individual problem. This is the world problem. If you do something about to protect the global warming or postpone the global warming, but other people doesn't do anything or consumer water resources, water, everything is belongs one to another. I think so. This is it's not individual problem. This is the world problem.
Yes.
But if we know a lot of things, we worry a lot. That is my point.
Yeah, financial crisis also, I think, is not individual problem. It's really a big global problem. It's a financial crisis because there are a lot of people suffer for this. A lot of people quit their job. They lost all kinds of stuff. I mean, it is similar, we can say.
Right. Okay, you guys. Yeah, and there's actually, I think there's a lot more that we could talk about here, but we're gonna wrap it up here. Thank you guys for coming. This was fun. I quite enjoyed this a lot. This is my Facebook page. If you guys have any suggestions or any complaints, feel free. Please follow me. I will be teaching some more classes next week. Edgemar, eu sou o cara.
I just love it.
So there we go. But thank you guys for coming. You guys are awesome, and I hope to see you guys again. Okay.
Thank you, Eric. Bye bye.
All right.
Thank you.
We'll see you guys later.
Obrigada.
De nada.